I see Pinky and I see Jeff, so the world is balanced. Okay. Thank you for being here, Michael Sindler. We see you. Yes, give us a hair flip, Michael. Just for the thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad. I wasn't sure you were gonna do it. Today is off to a good start. Lizzie, greetings, greetings. Vinny Goddess, greetings. Ike Waltz, I see you. Greetings. He's like, I'm still writing my last line, Ray Jane. I can't be bothered. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Xanadu, it's been a while, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad to hear you. All right. I see Adam is getting it. He's like, all right, let me get ready. Let me get ready. They're not ready, but I'm going to be ready, right? Yep, I know. Mr. Tezazomo is in the spot to be. Greetings, greetings with that beautiful book behind him. Make sure you don't rob yourself. Get into the experience. All right. And Goma, I see you, my brother. Yes, the OG is in the building. Who knows what we'll hear this evening? Right? The most exciting thing about being here is you never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Gusto with the gusto. Greetings and welcome to the space. Let me go ahead and drop the list. Boom, boom, bow. So you could go ahead and check it out and see if you are on there. If you had not made it onto the guaranteed list, don't freak out. You know, y'all know how I go. We got a good luck round. Just hit me up. Let me know what's going on, okay? Messiah Payne, I see you as well. And greetings to all those folks out in YouTube and Facebook and Twitter land. Yes. Uh-oh. Yes, of course you can read in the good luck round, Ike Walls. I'm sorry you got kicked out. That's not nice. Absolutely, we have space for you. You already know that, though, right? How could we not? We're gonna have a Thursday without Ike Walsh's stories. Come on now, that ain't even a Thursday. What is that? Wednesday? What is that? It's weird. It's weird. We're not gonna do it, okay? Nemo Soom, I see you stepped in the spot with us. Greetings to you as well. All right, I'm gonna share screen. We're gonna get right to it. We're gonna get right to it while we let our folks kind of come in and join us. Let me see. Where's the share screen button? There it is. All right, greetings. Okay. All right, folks. We are going to get into it. As always, I just ask that if you could see the screen, just, give me a little crowd participation and throw your thumbs in the air. Give me a thumbs up and say, yes, I see things, Ray Jane. We are in motion. Thank you very much to those of you who let me know that we are a go for the share screen. Let's just make it big because I don't know about y'all, but I got 4 eyes and it's still a little tough sometimes, right? So if you don't know where you have landed yourself, this is the Thursday night online open mic presented to you by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe, that is, okay? And if you didn't know, I am your host for the evening. They call me Ray Jane, they call me Thunderlung, they call me a lot of things, right? But I hope that you just call me a friend in this experience for the evening, okay? And shout out to Joski, I see you in the background. Every now and then you will hear me yelling folks' names so that you know that you are welcome, that you have found yourself in a place that honors you and is glad that you are here. Again, you can follow the rest of us at our New Eurekan squad, if you will, at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. ITSRAYJANE. It's Ray Jane for me. Elemental the Poet is also in the building. That's our Monday night online open mic host, holding it down every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Sign up is 24 hours ahead of time, similar to our sign up rules. And we'll get into that if you don't know how to get on. And then shout out to Paul Conqueso, who is our host for Vibes, Voices and Vibes, our karaoke and independent artist showcase. I believe it's every Friday now or every other Friday, but Ron Mark Thompson is going to come on later and let you know for sure what it is, okay? But today is Thursday, right? So that's where we are at, Thursday night online open mic, where we are presenting to you poetry, music, comedy, pretty much whatever y'all really want to bring. You want to sing, you want to do whatever. It is all welcome. We encourage you strongly to please try to keep your pieces to 3 minutes. We know sometimes it'll go over a little bit. Hit me up, let me know if you got a longer piece, and I'll let you know if we will be able to get to it. If you do not find yourself on the 20 guaranteed list, and what is that? So those folks who signed up 24 hours ahead of time give themselves a guaranteed spot. There are 20 guaranteed spots. But we know, hey, things happen. Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern comes around, and maybe you got the bubble guts. Who knows, right? Things happen. We let you be human beings here. So show up anyway, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, and get on the good luck round. So all that means is you let me know in the Zoom DMs that you want to get on, and we will add you. For those folks who say, well, I just want to be on the regular list. I don't, good luck round sounds like fun, but it also sounds like hanging from a cliff. I don't know if I'm going to go or not, right? So if you want to know for sure that you will be on the guaranteed list next time, please come and see us Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. You go to the neweurekan.org. Full events calendar, as these little arrows are telling you. Go to Thursday night, 9 p.m. slot. And then the most important part is the artist ticket. Don't pick a view art. You could do that for free. Don't do all that work just to come here and watch it for free. You could do that anyway, okay? This is a safe and free space for you. So we just want you to know there's only one rule up in here, and that rule is don't get cute and get the boot, okay? What does that mean? We don't have no hate speech in here. If you see something, you hear something that's offensive to you, Ron Mark Thompson and myself, please let us know. Also, Elemental, send us a Zoom DM and we will get it out of here, okay? Because we don't have time for no bad energy. The world is crazy enough, right? We're going to keep it simple. And we're going to keep it moving, all right? And the only way that we can do that for the free is because of our sponsors. So I just want to take a second and thank our sponsors, the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust. Shout out to y'all for allowing us to do this week in and week out for free. This is a free space for you all, and we are so grateful. If you would like to contribute to that, to add your name to the list of folks who are keeping our doors open, please go to the neweurekan.org/contribute or Cash App $ New Eurekan Poets Cafe. That's right. So you too can put 5 on it if you like to. But this is not why you came here. You came for the poetry, for the artistry, and this is our list for the evening. So check it out, check it out, check it out. I'm going to drop it one more time in the chat for those folks who had just joined us since the last drop. Okay, and if you don't see yourself again, send me a Zoom DM and just let me know that you want to get on, right? This place is for love. We are here to love on you. We are here to let you know that you are deserving of space to share your words and be yourself. We're going to do this jukebox thing again, man, because it's just fun, right? So question is, can I sing to you, right? So if you think you want me to sing a little ditty to the next poet coming after you or somebody going on down the line, send me a DM, let me know. And maybe, if I know the words, I'll give it a shot. If I don't, I'll just give you love in exchange and you just go ahead to forgive me for it, okay? We got a lot of things going on. I just want you to take a look at the last things that we got going on. Our last writing workshop series is happening, right? Usually a little bit before this. On Thursdays at Zoom at 6 p.m. The last one is going to be next Wednesday. Make sure you get into it. And we got some other things going on at the cafe Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday night. But I just want to whet your appetite with that because in the middle of the show, stick around. Ron Mark Thompson will be letting us know what's going on at the New Yo, in the bricks and on the virtual stage. Okay, but in the meantime, in between time, we gonna get into this list. Y'all ready? Y'all excited? I mean, give me some hands, give me some shoulders, give me something, give me some movement in the boxes. There we go. There we are. Adam, you were getting into it. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? That's right. You got the snarl. That's how you really do it. Shaky. Gotta give them the stank face so they know you're serious. Okay. And for those of you who do your stank face inside, that's okay. All right, you be you. You be you. We love you anyhow. We're going to start this list off. First up, with that good energy and all of those books is Deadpan. Lizzie, please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Thank you. Beanie blessings to you, Ray Jane, Elemental, RMT, and the community. I should probably find words if I'm going to recite a poem. That would be a good idea. You can find me on IG, ES_Strauss, and my website is there with all these books. Tonight I wrote in Guerrilla Poets in a crapstick poem, so thank you, Nemo, for the safe and brave space to create this in tonight. It's called Edvard Munch's, it's based on Edvard Munch's The Scream. I scream when I feel I cannot be heard. I hold my cheeks, open my mouth so wide my entire face hurts. The watercolors that blend behind me, messages of my journeys. The cards and the tarot decks confuse me, lucky numbers blur my pathways. I stand on a dock next to the unfamiliar ocean, water that does not seem safe to me. How can I not scream? I want to vomit fear into the newfound waves, but if I do, won't I ruin them too? I continue to draw the Knight of Wands and can't find someone who wants to protect me. Are the spirits and stars telling me I am my own hero? That independence will always be my partner? Hilarious or simply fate? Like my hair, I am rather shaggy, with a deep dark chocolate layer. I'm scared to share. Edvard Munch's pastels as well as lithographs showcased my anxiety. Thank you.
Indeed, indeed. And shout out to Michael Sindler in the background while you were doing your poem. He's like pretending to be the screen king behind you. So we love a good collaboration, right?
I love Mike, so I appreciate that.
Absolutely, and beautiful piece. And also shout out to Nemo Soon for the safe space that you create, right? Because we see the fruit of that space and we all get to be blessed by it. So please unmute yourselves and give Lizzie some love for that.
Yeah, Lizzie.
Awesome.
Way to go, Lizzie. You nailed it again, girl. Way to go.
Come on.
All right, Lizzie.
How you set it off in here. Come on, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Being blessing.
You are very, very welcome. And thank you. Thank you for being here. All right. Great way to start it off, right? We starting off with collaborative energy, right? And yelling into the space. That's how we like that. Yes. So if you're new to the space, please don't be shy. Okay. When we ask you to unmute, we want you to make noise, right? The rest of your life, you have to perform. You have to, fit yourself into this survival box, whatever that looks like for you. Here, just be you, right? So be you out loud, preferably, okay? Speaking of someone who's very good at being themselves out loud, preferably, right? That's Michael Sindler. Please unmute yourselves and let the folks know who you are.
Hey, everybody. That was a great ekphrastic piece. Lizzie, really enjoyed that, obviously. Been busy lately doing a bunch of stuff because of the NaMoWriMo. So I'll just read a few real quick. This first one's called Not Holding. Not holding. It is not holding on to hurt to stay connected. Bad blood boiled away long ago. Desire does not manifest in longing. The past is not a template to be followed. Moment in and of itself is a flower, fine and fair and lasting a short season. A modest garden planted, left part wild, mildly tended. No attempt to force bud to blossom. No need to accelerate. Let each bloom at its own rate. No thorns, not holding on to hurt. Careful not to snap fragile stem. Scattered seeds shaken, planted in uncluttered bed. No salt in water that reaches roots. Fragrance floats, cannot be bottled. Breathe it in as breeze carries it along. And this one is called Every Time, sort of the other side of it. Every time before the chorus can finish, the same scratch leaves me skipping, stuttering on the same word, the phrase I need to say. Every time, half forgotten, half hanging, waiting on a thumb to knock arm back, pop needle over and over, back in the groove. Every time, just before the word love, crackling vinyl drowns out melody and static, dust ball hanging off diamond. every time, it still comes round to you. And this one is a little Tonka, no less real. They say in the end, all is dust and DNA, swept or blown away, no less real a form than ours. Everything's distilled from stars. And I'm just going to do this one, which is about the last thing I wrote. I just wrote it a couple days ago, I guess. It's called Tickle. Best not to leave bitter. Add sweetener if you must. Let the sour tickle. First lips are ready to be kissed. Okay, thank y'all.
Thank you, Michael Sandler. So many great little lines. All is dust and DNA. Ugh, you had me with that one, right? We are star bits, ain't we? But then we sit around and we ask ourselves if we're worthy. If you're the whole universe. I'm just saying. Please unmute yourselves and give Michael Sandler some love.
Way to go, Mike. Oh, my, the Denver Bard.
Brilliant.
Love
your short piece.
Hey, man.
All is dust and DNA.
Bravo.
Yeah,
Round and
Black
round.
that's cool. That'd be a good song title.
Hell yeah. Or album title. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know, what's one song when you have 7 by Michael Sandler? I'm just saying I'm on board. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of singing and being on board, man, y'all better buckle up because you already know we gonna get it moving. We gonna learn. We gonna have to face some shit while we are swaying. Okay, because that's how Joski does his thing. Please unmute yourself, Joski, and welcome back to the mic.
That was a stretch. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So today I have some poems. And the first is, so I've posed 2 questions to myself, having just had a birthday and getting older. Who am I and how should I use the rest of my time? So this is new. Who am I? My silver foliage reflects blue sky. The atmosphere I inhale doesn't take me far, and my pen runs dry. And this is called Gethsemane. I wrote this some years ago, but it's kind of an Easter poem. I kind of missed the date. Cold wraps round bones like tendrils or fingers. In the damp chill, even the rocks show tears. The flowers are all dead or sleeping. This is my cross, axis X nailed to axis Y, a tree of variables ripening in time, a frame to hang predictions on, reduced to 2 dimensions, then to none. In the end, I fear that only pain will have veracity. Why hast thou forsaken me? And lastly, this poem is about another kind of suffering. And I've read this before. This is called Alcohol's Pronouns. Alcohol's pronouns, he, him, she, her, they, them. You are not afraid of alcohol, but I am. I've stared into its jaundiced eye, cradled swollen yellow limbs. My fingers left divots in the doughy skin. Encephalopathic mumble and groan. You miss them, but you can't call home. Got no numbers, got no phone. I'm fucked, you're fucked. He, him is fucked. She, her is fucked. They, them is fucked. Okay, now I've said enough, except the pain lingers. You are not afraid of alcohol, but I am.
Damn, y'all are killing us with these small and short jabs into the damn spleen. Listen, I need my spleen, Joski. Okay, I need it. Stop throwing sharp objects into it. Please unmute yourselves, guys, and give Joski some love for
All
that.
right, Joski, music man.
OTC.
Words and music.
man.
Yes. Way to go, man.
Hey, all that
Many
good
more
stuff.
to come.
Telling you, even when he's not playing his guitar, that dude is just so melodic with his words.
Don't sleep
Joski
on
is
the
dope.
pen, man.
Mm.
Oof. Don't sleep on that man's pen. You will not sleep well, okay? I fear the only pain, that only pain will have veracity. I need that like on I don't want it on the shirt, but I feel like if it was, I might buy it. I don't know. I'm just saying, listen, you all are just so talented, and I'm blessed as always to be amongst you and inspired by you. Thank you for showing up as yourselves, right? And showing us that you don't have to do a long piece. Like, look, what Sindler and Joski just showed us, right? You don't have to do a long piece to move people. Sometimes one word is all it took. Most of the time, you done fucked us up just from the title. And we just spend the rest of the poem trying to recover from the damn title. I'm just saying, believe in yourself, okay? Because all you need is one word to change a whole lot of things. So say your words, we want to hear them. All right? Next person coming up to give us their words in the way that only he can do it is Jeff Cottrell. Let me unmute you, and Pinky, of course, right? Out of respect. Welcome back.
All right. So I've got a lot of words this time, a little longer. This is relatively new. It's called How to Win Any Debate or Argument Without Even Trying. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Jeff Talk. So you'd like to learn how to win any debate or argument without even trying, would you? It's a simple technique known as the straw man, or for the mathematically inclined, the straw man squared. I like to call it the Benny. The first step, when somebody makes a point, you call that point a straw man argument. It doesn't matter how relevant or sensible the statement may or may not be. You can invalidate it just by labeling it as a straw man. And then here's the important part. You come up with your own straw man reason as to why that point is a straw man. Bonus points if you can twist your opponent's statement into a personal attack against you. And when your opponent rebuts, you shout, "I'm shutting you down," and then you strut away as if you've won by default. If you've done this correctly, your opponent will be too confused to offer any coherent counter-arguments. Checkmate for you. Let's have a look at the straw man in action. I like apples. Apples are fine, but I prefer oranges. Straw man! That's a straw man argument. How is that a straw man? It's a straw man because you're saying I'm trying to ban oranges. You're implying apples are unhealthy and dangerous. I never said anything like that. I'm shutting you down. Person one struts away. You see how easy it is? Let's look at another example. Comic book movies are awesome because they kick ass. Sure, but I wish Hollywood had more room for original and independent fare. Straw man! That's a straw man argument. Huh? That's a straw man because you're saying comic book movies are childish and petty. You're saying I'm not smart enough to understand or appreciate art house cinema. Huh? I'm shutting you down. Person one struts away. And there, our expert scores another victory point. Mission accomplished. Now here's another common scenario. This one's a little more complicated, but watch how deftly our expert uses the Benny to pull off another triumph. We have to deplatform all writers and artists whose opinions I don't like. Doesn't that contradict freedom of expression, though? A truly free society welcomes all points of view and engages in nuanced, thoughtful. What are you talking? Straw man! Straw man! You're saying I hate free speech. Straw. You man. Shut up. You're kind of proving my. Shut up! Just shut up! I'm shutting you down now. Person one struts away. And there you have it. Another well-earned win for our hero. By using the Benny, we never have to engage honestly or directly with anybody else's perspectives ever again. One last point. I'm sure many of you are thinking that the satire of this whole piece is itself a huge straw man, just some bullshit I made up to distract from my own limited debating skills. This would make it a straw man, straw man, straw man, or, if you will, a straw man cubed. I don't blame you for thinking that, but one, I swear I'm not making it up. I actually know a couple of guys who do this stuff. And two, that's a straw man. It's a straw man because you're implying I'm made of straw. You're saying I'm just a scarecrow. So I'm shutting you down. Thank you for attending my Jeff Talk.
Yes, totally engaging. Thank you, Jeff Cottrell. First of all, that's a straw man argument. No, I'm just kidding. Please unmute yourselves and give Jeff some love.
Yeah, Jeff.
That was
Great.
great.
Talk.
Now that's just dope.
That's
you
a
know?
straw
Like,
man.
if there was ever going to be a new
Well, it's a
character,
little
damn it,
close
it
to
should be
home.
named Straw Man.
There.
And played by Jeff Cottrell. That
Okay.
was dope.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for stretching our minds, right? We appreciate you. Shout out to Messiah, okay? Greetings and salutations to all those who are celebrating 420. You are amongst friends, okay? Just so you know. All right, okay? If you want to get a little bit higher today, come on up here and get this energy. All right, who's up here with us, you might ask? Coming and prepared to sing our fucking heads off, right? That is Adam Granger. Please make sure you have your original sound on, Adam, before we go, because I want to make sure I don't miss any of those notes. You ready for us? Yeah, okay, I know you ready. He said I showed up ready. Okay, Ray Jane, stop fucking around and turn my fucking camera on. I got you. Please unmute yourself and welcome back, Adam.
All right. So one of my favorite bands is Green Day. I've got the shirt, and it's kind of to the point where I've been stereotyped here and there as the Green Day guy. But a fun fact about Green Day is that weed is actually their namesake. They were originally called Sweet Children when they formed back in like the late 80s. But then they wrote a song called Green Day, which was about doing green on a green day. And then they decided, hey, that's a great name for us to have. Let's change our band name. So it's not often you get a self-titled song from a band, but this is one of those rare instances where you have that. So in honor of 420, I'm going to play the song Green Day by the band Green Day.
Yeah, Adam. Listen, last week we couldn't hear the guitar. This week we could hear the guitar, but couldn't really hear you. But we were rocking with you, man. Rocking with you any damn way, because the music was definitely carrying us. Please unmute yourselves and happy 420.
Yeah,
Shout out to
definitely
Green Day.
rocking, man.
Rock and
All
roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, your day.
Yeah.
Go, Adam.
Bravo, bravo.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing us some music to the room. You know how we feel about music, man. It just moves the whole space, right? Throw some words on that thing and you got a whole love bomb happening, all right? We appreciate you for bringing one here and exploding it up on the screen. We need that. We love that, okay? Next person to bring us a love bomb of words. Most certainly that. Messiah Plain, please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Thank you. So I'm just gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna read 2 poems, and I'm gonna do a cover. So this first poem is a new one. It's called "Don't You See My Love," spring poem. Don't you see my love? Every spring, the hidden contours of necessity bloom in your garden. These universes infinitum, a transmutation in the season's boisterous falsetto. They recede every winter, whispering eager delight in the merest procession of rebirth, reckoning, a birth beyond celestial limit, God's seasonal reformation, basking in reconciled humanity, manifestation in the pregnant breath of a single flower. That was a new one, and here is an older one. It's called Gazing at You Across the Room. You are a certain fascination, a reprieve where facility in the language of dreams takes root in an enigmatic knowledge of you, espoused like the serene mystery of being at its center. A mirage, perhaps, yet I seem to feel you the way my soul might respond to a haunting intuition of going home at last. To whom could I turn when this riotous demand for love must escape this violent quietude that is my hidden self, formed of dubious frustration, where I summon to love in parsimony, your striking immediacy of form, gliding over the surface of my indecision, when this allusion to being that beauty sustains emanates from the faint attention in your eyes, seeming to bear the ambitions of love's character in a simple stimulus of lifting your head, to acknowledge the tempest of affection on the edge of your world. How do you conceive life in your way? Where does your world begin? To become a part of the faith arising from your undefinable smile, as I thither I call to hope. I have seen you, porous allure of the earth without its secrets, of me removed from the weight silence imposes, like an ocean of all depth and no surface. Your body is the cosmopolitan metaphysic of life, for in all your oceans and skies, from your eyes like stars just begat by divine mystery, to your feet that walk wayward miles of only depth to reach me, lies essential nature birthed to transparency, and to know life, your life. I must abandon what temerity to remain solely within myself remains. I must come into myself here in this blessed moment in which your grace in the stride of goddesses comes into my devout and ancient reverie. Now as I approach you, this grace of your eccentric presence becomes the blossom of consciousness. And your radiance as the abode of heaven's arc shatters, but remains achingly still and piously remote within me. I approach with my secrets coming undone, and ask your name. And as I do, your dance in the elegant stages of being becomes the beatitude of a spell, casting love in the place of illusion, trusting that a transcendent descent will have its place between us. Across the ages we've met, here in the crucible of destiny, are being held in the nurturing promise of union embraced by love herself. Faint are your eyes, encapsulating heaven and earth, looking in to see who I truly am. And this is a cover I'm going to do. It's by a poet named Vicente Alexandra. He's a Spanish poet from the 20th century, early to mid 20th century, and it's called The Dream. There are moments of loneliness when the astonished heart realizes it feels no love. We have just sat up, weary, the day dark. Someone is still sleeping on that bed like a child, but maybe we are asleep. No, we're moving, and we are sad, silent, steady rain outdoors, a morning of lazy, faithless fog, so alone. We stare out the window, the clothes in a heap, the heavy air, the drumming rain, and the room icy in this hard winter, which outside is something different. So you keep quiet, your head in your hand, your elbow on the table, the chair, silence. And the only sound is someone's slow breathing, that woman who, serene and so beautiful, sleeps there and dreams that you don't love her, and you are her dream. Thank you.
Ooh, come on. Didn't I tell you love bomb? Didn't I say that? Love bomb with words, right? That's exactly what it was. Please make sure you also put the name of that poet in the chat too for anybody who'd
Okay.
like to, expand a little bit. Please unmute
Yeah,
yourselves.
that was a nice cover, but your work
Yeah.
will never
Bravo,
fade.
bravo.
Yeah,
bravo.
fantastic,
Just
Messiah. Yeah.
beautiful work, you. And your voice, man, you could get work doing voiceover.
Thank you.
It's true. A lot of us have alarms that just are very annoying. I prefer a Messiah alarm. You know what I mean? Get up with the love that the earth has when it's breathless. I could get up to that. I don't know about maybe not. I'd probably just keep dreaming if it was that beautiful. I don't know. Either way, make sure you put your information in the chat, Messiah, so the folks can follow you. As Michael said, your words were well enough, right, to move us. That was more than enough, in fact. All right, you know who always gives us more than enough, right? Because that's just what it does. Because that's what comes with the package. Because that's what gusto means, right? More than enough. Gustav, please unmute yourself. The Magus has joined us again. Welcome back.
Hey, Ray Jane. Hey, beloved poets. Happy 420, everyone. I bring you two poems. This is Hymn for the Cannabis. Bless this vapor that passes between my lips, that helps to calm this nervous twitch, lifts me high to write new shit, which I come here today to spit. My beloved herb keeps me sane. It helps my troubled brain when fascist morons won't refrain from flexing power in this nation. I take a THC vacation. And yesterday, friends, was Bicycle Day. Don't know what that is? Well, here's Bicycle Day. On April 19th, 1943, Albert Hoffman ingested 250 micrograms of LSD. The Swiss chemist began to feel intense changes in his perception. Thus began his cosmic consciousness reception. He got on his bicycle to go home, but hallucinations followed him as he did roam through the streets of Basel, his hometown. He feared he was having a breakdown, but soon enough his trip turned pleasant. Kaleidoscopic visions were omnipresent. Colors, sounds, and shapes all shifted as through his mind the visions drifted. Albert had synthesized a powerful psychoactive substance for altering consciousness amongst us. For this, we celebrate Bicycle Day, when Albert Hoffman discovered a new way to open the doors of the hidden mind, a gift he gave to all humankind. Thank you.
Thank you, Gustav. Yes, isn't it just the gift that keeps on giving, right? Yeah, unmute yourselves and give Gustav some love for those pieces.
I know, Gustav, man. You nailed it again, man. You're a mainliner.
Come
Way to
on,
go.
man. That should be the new tagline for 420, man. THC vacation.
I've got a bike. Ride it if you like.
Okay, that's it. Look, you got the people singing. Like everybody, some cameras went off. I'm not gonna say nothing, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding. I ain't seen anybody kissing. But if it did, that's okay. Again, you're welcome. You're amongst friends. Gustav, please put your information in the chat. The Magus has done it again, right? Bringing our energy up with that gusto that we know we need every Thursday and every Monday, just so you know. All right, next person up is gonna be bringing us that fire, that flame. So if your babies is up, put them down. Put them to bed, put them to bed, you know, go ahead, put the covers over them, you know, say your prayers over them, do what you got to do. And come on back because it's adult time. It's mommy, daddy time. Okay. Right. We're going to flame it up in here. So if you got a personal little fan nearby, you know, just go ahead, prepare yourself. Eddie, foreman, fireman, flame-tastic, all of that. Please unmute yourself and welcome back, Ed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me back. I had a lot of words intact. All right. Who wants some spice to make you feel nice? Who wants some smut to get you out of that rut? Who wants to give you some ecstasy so you can feel my fantasies? Woo! Fire of desire. All right, let's do this. This is called Honey Rain. My hungry tongue reached over to taste your womanly essence. The wetness flows over our naked flesh, engulfed in a trance for the delectable fragrance, eyes to eyes with chest to chest, two bodies beginning the salacious dance. My feisty passions coursing through our veins, the embers slowly waltzing around our bare canvas, the feeling slowly melted the change inside our hearts and brains. The inferno quickly burned away our doubts and consciousness. My lustful tongue ravaged deep between your legs, slowly going deeper into your soft, moist wetness. My tongue is going back and forth on pink sensory threads. Our bodies are hot and bothered by the increased sexual awareness. Our explicit minds flash images of red and white. The sensations instinctively feed our nerves. Our imagination is pushing through to newer erotic heights. Our rapid maneuvers holding on to every inch of our melting curves. Our damp hands were firmly grasping each other. The air has gotten thinner than a knife. We were feeling the euphoria of our vicious yet tender raging summer. We're both strongly and passionately clinging to life. Our boiling bodies continually express wetness around our pores. We were both pulling harder and deeper into our delicate movement. Our pure love makes her continually hunger for more to feed our starving cores. Our bodies closely and surely reaching a sensational transcendence. Our ecstatic voices echoes through the pitch blackness. We were killing each other with soft, slow pressure. Our lungs engulfed the enticing, intoxicating mist. Our senses became lost in a hurricane of stimulated pressure. Our spicy minds are screaming in blissful agony. Our great deafness is inside our delightful tornado. Our lips were slurping every drop of our sweet Cajun honey. Our nerves are experiencing a very satisfying overload. Our lustful loins kept twirling and swirling to a new state of ecstasy. My hard shaft impairs your soft pink walls towards your sexual abyss. Our skin shivering and quivering like a raging sea. Our bodies stuck in a steamy rampage fueled by a breathtaking kiss. Our hot blood is rising to reach our peaks. Our inner drums are playing to a wild tempo. Our loins and mouths quickly experiencing leaks. Our whole bodies are about to explode. Our sweaty bodies became stiff and motionless. The clear, creamy river oozed out. Our minds reached a state of bleak bliss. The sunshine joyfully and playfully sprouts. Our bodies spread out in exhausted days. Our minds drifted off to a river of dreams. The bed was cool, calm, and unfazed. Our bodies nestled in a colorful woven streams. Thank you.
Damn, Ed, that was beautiful, man. That line hit me. That one of those last lines, our bodies spread out into exhausted days. Woo! Please unmute yourselves and give Ed some love for that.
Ed
Yo, man.
Flametastic.
Way to go, Ed.
Happy 420. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
Bravo.
Okay.
Eddie should be a voice-over artist because he can just do amazing voices with poems. Eddie, you're great. You're just amazing.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Ed is the man, okay? And we appreciate your energy in here and your sensuality. It has a place and a space here. It's welcome. All right. And speaking of folks who are welcome, oof, man, we're going from one beautiful thing to the next. I don't know what Ngoma Hill is going to do this evening, but I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't care. And once he starts, you won't either. Please unmute yourself and bless us with whatever it is that you've come here to bless us with. Thank you for being here.
Okay. Now I'm good. So I've been doing this National Poetry Writers Month 30-30 challenge. How many of y'all doing that? Yeah. So I got, I think 3 poems. They're short. So I think I can do 3. This one is called "The West Was Stolen with the Barrel of a Gun." The West was stolen with the barrel of a gun. It's the ethos, a principle engraved in the mind of colonizers, leftover remnants of death revisited, a dosage of blood to fill the coffers of the undertaker who has a deal with the devil, selling lost souls for cheap. Business is booming with a new world order versus the rest of us. They tried to bury democracy, but she refuses to die. So we look death in the face daily as mass murder is the latest rage in a world still spinning and out of control. Icebergs melting into the sea, dolphins washed up on the shore, stock market seesaw, world war on the horizon, optimism absent from reality. Please pardon my pessimism. That's one. Oh, yeah. Democracy's been kidnapped. They say the more things change, the more they stay the same. The replay of Rodney King haunts us as Tyre Nichols is beaten like a piñata, and Memphis prays that it won't go up in flames. It only takes a traffic stop to kill you. Post-traumatic slave syndrome, ancestors coming back madder than ever, and we wonder why murder is the order of the day. There's a lot of bad karma in the air as we witness mass killings, not realizing that the truth will set you free. They tried to keep Black history in the closet, but history is on repeat, like Reconstruction after the Civil War, as good old boys in their dying days expel legislators instead of guns, and everyone can see that democracy's been kidnapped. All right. Here's a third one. Just another word for hunger. So I'm in the dollar store where everything costs $2. I guess I'll use Apple Pay because cash is about to be obsolete. And I'm wondering what beggars will beg for. After all, brick and mortar stores are ghosts. Many stores have shortages. So it's beginning to seem like a third world country in this food desert, where food insecurity is served as another word for hunger. You know, things are suspect when billionaires got their hands stuck out. Are they really billionaires? Asking for a friend. Yeah, that's me.
Come on. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what oh my goodness. Just, first of all, thank you for the reminder, right? This is National Poetry Month. We want you writing. This is why we want you writing new shit. Trust me, this man didn't need to write not one more word. Okay. Not one. But thank you so much for continuing on in your craft and showing us how to continue. Please unmute yourselves. Give us
Yes.
Bravo, bravo,
Yes,
bravo.
thanks so much for sharing.
Thank you, thank you.
That dude's amazing from every damn angle.
Okay.
Every frequency his voice touches, that dude's amazing.
Great job.
Jeez. Listen. Oof, I need a minute. I don't know, y'all. Like, oh my God. It's like, you ever been ravaged by words before? You're like, oh my gosh, that was mine. That was mine, sir. Thank you so much for being here. All of you, really. Really just a blessing to be under the sounds of your voices and to see what you can do, right? There's only but so many words, but so many different ways that you bring them to us, all right, that are unique to you. And that's what we want, your words and the way that you bring them. Thank you so much. Absolutely. All right, we are going to move on, right? If you're hungry, get a snack because you're probably going to be hungry some more. All right, if not for more words of poetry, then definitely for something edible because everything this poet brings is meant to be consumed, right? With gusto, and not gusto again, not gusto again. It's a different kind of gusto. This is the delicious kind. Okay. So Generalissimo, Brian, Franco, please unmute yourself and welcome back to the space.
Thank you very much. But I think everything that Gustav gives us is delectable too. So
That's true. That's true. I'm just here getting fat off of all y'all words. So
he
go
gets
ahead.
he gets my adrenaline going. That Gustav. That's why they call him the Megas.
That's it.
Okay, let's give you 2 or 3 poems. Here we go. The first is tentatively titled "There are some leaks we shouldn't hire plumbers to fix." Once upon a time, my brain sprung a leak. Once upon a time, I happened to happen upon a poetry reading. I did not want to listen, but life did. As I walked home, words stuck in quicksand inside my soul fell from my ears as poems onto the Manhattan sidewalk. They rhymed and told stories and sang songs. I tried to scoop them up with my memory and stuff them in my pockets. Some were left on the ground to get stuck to the soles of strangers' shoes. Those that survived found their way into my computer, then to paper. I couldn't believe my eyes when I read what I thought. I couldn't believe my ears when I heard my voice speak those thoughts. Then, one day, I stepped on the stage that caused my brain to release all the poetry that was waiting to be released into the ether. Once upon a time, I learned giving a voice to my written thoughts was a way to let my soul sing. Poem 2. Is healing in the eye of the beholder or the beholdee? What if I were healed tomorrow for something I didn't know I needed to be healed from? Something someone might refer to as a foible. Aren't flaws in the eye of the beholder as much as beauty is in the eye of the beholder? What happens when the beholder is looking in a mirror that's a funhouse mirror, but the beholder doesn't quite comprehend the concept of the funhouse mirror? Then what the beholder decides is beauty or a flaw will be distorted in the eyes of everyone else, but the beholder will consequently judge their distorted idea of their beauty and flaws as normal. And this last one is concerning the Dadeville, Alabama birthday party mass shooting. It's called Elegy for 16 Candles. Dear sweet 16, your birthday party was not supposed to be a birthday party. I heard your grandmother baked a hummingbird cake. Did everyone there sing happy birthday? Did you get to blow out the candles? There's a rumor your brother switched regular candles with the candles that don't blow out. It wasn't supposed to be a surprise party. There wasn't supposed to be an indoor fireworks show of gunfire. It wasn't supposed to be the subject of a sheriff's press conference. I wonder if the candles were lit and if the cake survived. I wonder if the joke candles became a candlelight vigil before anyone knew what happened. I wonder how long it took for someone to wet their fingertips to extinguish the candles. Gracias, everyone.
Man, come on. That was beautiful, Generalissimo. Please unmute yourselves. Give us some love for those people.
Yeah, man.
Really nice show, Generalissimo.
Brilliant.
Watch those plumbers.
Well done. Well
Really
done.
moving.
Really
enjoyed
fresh,
it.
hot and damn.
Great.
Real. Iron
Amazing.
Chef never misses, man. Real.
Wonderful. I second that emotion, elemental. Hot and damn indeed. Okay, because it's always right off the press and feeling. Thank you, Generalissimo, for being here and also putting back into the consciousness the very real reality of living on this land, right? That is not so keen on protecting his people over his interests, which are often monetary and not human, right? So thank you for putting that into the air, because we are also here to speak whether you believe in politicizing poetry or not. That's part of the pull, as far as we're concerned, is to speak on the truth, right? So we encourage you to speak on the truth, to mention all the things that would be considered injustices, right? Because you might be the only one who's talking about it right now. You might be talking about something that nobody knows about and needs to know about to protect themselves. So we encourage you to bring your truth to the forefront here, because it is more than welcome and encouraged, right? So rabble rouse if you must. You are welcome to do so. In the interim, we will be bringing another poet to the forefront, right? This is Ngoma's wife, I believe, right? Oshun, greetings to you. Greetings to you. We appreciate you for being here. I'm going to ask you to unmute so that we can hear you, okay? There we go.
Okay.
All right, we can hear you. Welcome.
Well, this is crazy. I'm going to do one sweet short piece. Okay. I call this one Love at First Sight. Yes, I believe in love at first sight, where we see the universe and our ancestors in each other's eyes, open, unafraid, real, where we connect God in our hearts, travel time and dance across alternate universes just to meet. Find ourselves simultaneously existing in emerging galaxies, playing hide and seek with the illusion of time. We merge in the sacred attentions, dreaming in the second, our spirits seeking the illumination of the third. Me just waiting, the goddess in me making a place for the God in you, seeking the door, a shortcut between worlds, between souls, between hearts, where love is always the first sight.
Oh, that was beautiful, Oshun. Thank you so much for being here. Please unmute yourselves and give that love right back.
That was great. Hope you come back.
Metaphysical
Very
love.
good.
Not surprising that you so
Metaphysical love.
came together like that. Yeah.
If she is not a shortcut between worlds, whew, she is.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Listen, listen. Good book if you believe in that, right? Says when you findeth the wife, you findeth the good thing. So of course, a good thing is the way, right? Certainly not the wrong way. Got to be the right way. Thank you for the reminder. Love at first sight. It should always be. We appreciate you for being here and reminding us of what's most important out here, right? Sometimes we forget. It's true. All right. So for another person who is here to remind us, right, about the power of these words and the ancestors' force behind them. Subject matter, please unmute yourself. And welcome back, brother. We're always glad to have you here.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to be here to come work out at your gym. I'm gonna dust off a few poems that goes to like a couple of different spectrums. The name of the first poem is called, I'm time myself, Anticipation. I'm hungry for your breasts like you gave birth to me. The thought of you holding hands with another brings out the worst in me. I've tripped before, but not this hard. This is the first for me. I thought about you 24/7 before I even met you. You are a voodoo curse to me, the song of our bodies coming together. Now that would be a heavenly verse for me. Before I would ever leave you, there would have to be a funeral home hearse for me. As if you were an OG and I was a foot soldier on your block, I would gladly put in work for thee. The water from your oasis is the only thing that can satisfy this thirst for me. I'm talking a diamond on your ring finger while on one knee, for better or for worse for me. I would never lie or deceive you. You are a goddess. That would be blasphemy. This whole thing is making my head spin. I'm losing my equilibrium. It's moving too fast for me. Let me just slow this thing down. May I buy you a drink? Look at you. All fine for no reason. About to make my soul reveal secrets that my ego nose wide open, heart prepared to commit treason. Your lips looking like they've been marinated and seasoned in heaven with just a dash of hell. Do tell. I wouldn't be surprised if your promised land was guarded by angels, cherubim with swords of flame posted by your gates. Look at you. Which sculptor chiseled you, turned around and drizzled you with decadent chocolate and caramel? What amulet must I wear to protect myself from that spell that your eyes cast? One twinkle from your optic cools, one blink from your eyelash, and I'm willing prey. Yet you offer yourself to me to be devoured. Soft belly up and vulnerable smile, inviting lower back arched hands, gesturing, thighs welcoming, on earth as it is in heaven. At your banquet, I fall to my knees and say grace and pay homage to your temple. 3, land, shadows, sunlight. Sun shines on my ghost, reveals my dark side on concrete. Shadows disclose themselves in the light just beyond my feet. I attempt to run from my negative. I hear laughter. Shadows and flesh shake hands and greet. They seem to have known each other, finish each other's sentences. Break out in laughter, old friends conspiring. Omnipotence whispers to my soul, flesh has betrayed you, but maintain control. Thought gratification is immediate, but it's finite. Quiet whispers via vibrations, bathes me with loofah in baptismal waters. My soul is contrite, balancing Deen and Dunya, preparing me for the land, the Canaanites. Prepare me for the land, the Canaanites. That's those pieces.
Listen, soft belly up and vulnerable. Watch out now, them graybeards is out here. Y'all better watch yourselves. Please unmute yourselves and give subject matter.
I love that, man.
Hell yeah. Hey, you better watch your ass.
Encore,
Great
encore.
beards. Yeah. All right. They will get you before you know you've been got. All right. That's bad boys, man.
It's not safe. Okay. It's not safe out here. Just watch yourself, all right? Thank you, subject matter. Thank you for being here. Please put your information in the chat, right? We are so glad to have you as always. And you know, this is where we're at. Thursday night online open mic. The fire lives here. The passion lives here. The words live here. It's delicious. It gets a little dancey. We singing. We doing it all, okay? And if you are interested in more of a physical, interaction with the New Yo space, we got Ron Mark Thompson here who is going to let us know what's happening in the bricks at the New Yo. We're having something just about every day of the week. We were just talking about how we went from like a couple of things to everything. My God. Ron, please unmute yourself and let the folks know what's happening.
Yes, Rachel, we are really rocking the house, before we have to close the brick and mortar building for reconstruction, that we were bringing you as much programming as possible. Before I get to it, I just want to quickly mention another mainstay. First of all, let me put all the New You links in the chat, and I'm going to get to some of them, but you have everything that you may need or not, including our ticket links. But I also want to remind everyone that no one other than Vale Logan, who we all know, Vale's stage play Words of the Prophets has finally arrived in New York City at the Cell Theater in Chelsea, New York City. Tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I put a link to Vale's Linktree and the Cell Theater's box office link where you can buy either in person in-person tickets or live stream. If you can make it to New York City, you can still see a live stream of Vale's play. And the reason I also mentioned Vale's play is because Elemental is a consultant on that stage play. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to have him actually talk about it. And another one who we all know, Norm Mathematics, or aka Norm Mattox, is the storyteller voice. The play also has a storyteller sign language. It is a totally different play that you've never seen before. Elemental is going to tell you in a minute about it. You know, I already bought my live stream ticket, so I can watch it after I come home from work. So I definitely recommend that. All right, so that was a recommendation, but for Vale's play. But now let me get to the New York Poets Cafe. As you may have seen on our website, we are currently hiring. We're looking for a bartender. We still have Kenny and Kelson, but they can't do it all along because, as Ray Jane just mentioned, we've added so many more programs, in-person programs to our cafe. So if you live in New York City, or you know somebody in New York City or New Jersey or Connecticut, somebody who knows how to bartend, send them, to our link tree, New York Poets Cafe. There is a link there, a button where you can get to the Google form and you can apply for it. I would love to bartend. I don't know the difference between beer and wine and all the different alcohols. My specialty is in tech, audio, video, and light. So unfortunately, it won't be me. But if you know somebody, send them our way. We would really appreciate it. All right, online programs. As you know, we have our Monday night online open mic. Elemental will tell you in a second about it. We are currently in the Thursday night online open mic, and we also have Beatniks online. Let's not forget about that. Every first Wednesday of the month. Follow us so you can get all the Zoom IDs. Also, Ray Jane mentioned we have one more workshop class coming up of the Chasing Joy writing workshop series. Vanessa Chica taught the class earlier this evening in Zoom. Next week it will be a Cap's term. And Cap actually told me yesterday when we saw each other in the cafe that the Thursday evening writing workshops will now be a regular program every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time via Zoom. We're going to have more classes coming up next month, specifically on performance poetry. And there will be some more who are here in Zoom tonight who will be teaching future workshops. Ray Jane herself taught, I think, the first or second one back 2 months ago, though, so definitely check us out. We will give you more information next week. We also have weekly on-site programs, and this is just a selection. Monday Night Slam, hosted by the Bee, 6 p.m. in the cafe, 9 p.m. on Mondays, the Monday night open mic hosted by Saul Bream, every Mondays. Wednesday, 6 p.m., Felicia Kate is now hosting an open mic, and J Rose is now our host for the Wednesday night poetry slam, 9 p.m. Those two on Wednesdays happen every Wednesday except for the first Wednesday of the month. Also, Voices and Vibes. We heard Ray Jane talking about Paul Concasso. He will return tomorrow to host our next edition. This will be the last one for this month, and because it's the last one for this month, we're giving you a special promotion, $5 per ticket. I know Adam is going to come back again, and if you want to hear both his guitar and his voice, you got to come to the cafe, or you can hear him sing a karaoke song. Adam is just amazing. Our featured singer tomorrow, by the way, will be Kara O'Brien, who some of you know. We actually saw Kara at the last Voices and Vibes, so check us out if you're in. And starting next month, we're going to have it on every Friday of the month except on the second Friday of the month. Friday still happening, 10 p.m. Poetry Slam with Chive Poetic. And monthly programs. We have Women's Orators Wednesday, hosted by our Executive Director, La Brua, every first Wednesday of the month, 9 p.m. in person. after Beatniks Online, which is an online stream on the first Wednesday at 8 p.m. Follow us so you can get all the Zoom information. Every second Friday of the month, 6 p.m. is the ASL Slam. That's the only Friday of the month when we will not have a Voices and Vibes starting next month. So come on out for this. Check us out. La Brua continues her own writing workshop at Studio One, which is a few blocks from the cafe, free in person. You can scan the QR code or follow La Brua. Salsa Jam every last Sunday of the month, so that would be not this weekend but next weekend. And we have special upcoming programs. Last call this Saturday, Know Your Rights. If you are stopped by the police, there will be a free training co-sponsored by the New Rican Poets Cafe and the Justice Committee. You can sign up, you see the link online, or scan the QR code, or again follow us on social media. Sunday Jazz Heritage series, we will be celebrating Jazz Appreciation Month. Rome Neal and the His Banana Pudding Jazz Band and His Banana Pudding, the actual food, will be at the bar in addition to him singing. You can get either in-person tickets or online tickets for this. And next week, the OG celebrating 50 years of poetry. Check our newsletter if you want any more information for all of these wonderful events. Also, as Ray Jane mentioned, if you want to contribute and donate, if you have a little extra to spare so we can continue to give you all these exciting programs, either go to neweregan.org/contribute or use our Cash App handle $New Regan Poets Cafe. And for all programs, upcoming programs, go to our calendar to buy tickets in advance or buy them at the door. If you go online, go to neweregan.org, click on full events calendar, choose the date and time, and you can use your credit card to go ahead and pay for your program in advance. So that way, if you get to the door, it will not be sold out. All right, I'm gonna now hand it over to Elemental. So I'm gonna put him on the spot. First, I want him to tell you all what happens this Monday, because just in case you haven't realized it yet, we actually have two wonderful online open mics each and every week. Thursdays, Ray J, Mondays, Elemental. He's gonna tell you about this upcoming Monday. And then Elemental, before you hand it back to Ray J, could you also tell everyone about this wonderful Words of the Prophet play that you are involved with, that Vale Larkin wrote? If you can give us more information, and while you talk, I'll put the box office link in the chat again. So thank you. Over to Elemental now.
Appreciate you, Ron, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. Listen, I am the host of the Monday Night Online Open Mic, presented by, of course, the legendary New Eureka Poets Cafe. Listen, this week we're going to be dealing with you only live once, YOLO, right? What does it mean to be unapologetically you, right? You just get all the way down to it, strip all the way the madness. What does it mean to be unapologetically you? So sign up begins Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're plugging in for the next theme that's coming next week. You will get it when we go live on Monday night. As Ron mentioned, I had the pleasure of consulting on Words of the Prophet. Listen, it is going to change the way people experience anything in theater. I'm telling you, there is something for everyone in this play, right? Beyond the fact that mathematics is going to be narrating this space, all right? Honestly, there is something for everyone in this play, for every walk of life, for everything that you dig, every aspect of creativity, whether it's dance, whether it's music, whether it's, expression. Yes, Michael Sindler, buy a ticket. This is going to be such an incredible show. The incredible writer Vale Larkin is a member of our community. Listen, do yourself a favor, plug into the Y Collective, plug into the Cell Theater, plug into Vale Larkin. They are amazing. Truly, truly appreciate y'all. Back to the amazing Thursday night open mic, Thunderlung Thursdays. Please take it away, Ray. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, thank you both for being here, Elemental. Make sure y'all plug in Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Sign up is similar to us, and by similar, I mean the same 24 hours ahead of time, right? So since they are spitting about YOLO on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, you will be signing up on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern at theneweurekan.org. And shout out to Ron Mark Thompson, who keeps us on task and informed about how we can get involved. And shout out to the New Yo for growing and expanding, man. Like, I mean, even just in a year's time, we've been doing this for 3 years, right, as per our last anniversary. But even just in a year's time, even in just 6 months' time, right? So just keep your eyes open for what the New Yo is doing now and doing next, and don't blink because you might miss something. What a shame would that be? What a shame, what a shame. But hold on, keep your happiness in your heart, right? Because we're going to jump back into this list and finish getting this work, because I know y'all came here to give us this work this evening, and I'm grateful. Thank you very much, right? So the next person up is our own, very own, one of many of our griots up in here, but only body does it like Mr. Tezazomo. It's a whole TED Talk, baby. Please unmute yourself and welcome back, my brother.
Hi, Ray Jane. Can you hear me? All right. All right, folks can catch me on Instagram under Gashes 2019. I'm going to jump into Time Tacos. We did the prologue last week, 2 sets of the prologue. We did a little bit of the first hook, so I'm going to rewind to the hook and the transition and the first scene. And hopefully I can get it done in that amount of time. Skippy walks to the bus bench at Ford Street and Whittier Boulevard. Slumps down, overwhelmed by the low rumbling of cars, trucks, and buses moving at high speeds. He's looking towards the source of all possibilities, and here he is, sidelined, waiting for Tito. This is the usual place they meet. Occasionally, the hair on his neck rises from the squealing tires of cars braking, the sudden ducking reflex at the sound of mufflers backfiring, simulating a drive-by, or the occasional, oh my God, from the heavy thump of cars trying to occupy the same space at the same time, unable to overcome one of those laws of physics. He stares out, looking for the possibilities away from the East Los Angeles barrio. Does that thoroughfare lead to away from all that anchors him at the El Sol shuttle bus stop? Tito finally arrives. The transition. Vámonos, way. Tito signals, interrupting Skippy's emancipatory mirage. Skippy, man, I'm just so tired of this same old routine every day. Every day it's just jale. Work for me. It's just hard to get ahead when all we got is this small corner of East LA to live in. Tito, bro. My dad says, el que no tranza, no avanza. Skippy, no mames, way. We can't con people out of their meager goods. Mala onda, way. Tito, bro. I feel you on that. But I always come back to my love for tacos. You can't deny how delicious they are. Skippy, tacos? Tacos won't pay the bills, Tito. We need to start thinking about our future and what we're going to do to get out of this cycle of poverty. Tito, I know, but sometimes you just got to take a break and enjoy little things in life, like some more tacos. Skippy, you're not getting it, dude. Tito, we need to start thinking. Our education, maybe even consider going to college. We can't just settle for these shitty Amazon warehouse jobs for the rest of our lives. Tito, but college is expensive. We don't have the money for that. The best our jefitos can do for us is a coca, a gansito, and a bendición, a blessing, you know? And even if we did, we might not even get accepted because of where we be from. Skippy. That's true, but we can't let our circumstances define us. We need to push through and show everybody that we're more than just naco children of migrant workers. We got to want something more, pendejo. I hear you, Tito. I hear you, Skippy. But can we talk about tacos again? I'm starving over here, Skippy. Tito, come on, man. We need to start thinking about our future, seriously. Okay, all right. I hear you. Let's finish up work and then we can talk about our game plan for the future. If I sing you my latest rap, can we also grab some tacos on the way home? Skippy. Sure, Tito. I'll buy all the tacos you want if it means you'll start thinking about this seriously. Let's see. I'm out of time, but we can do. He jumps into a song and then they end up going to King Taco.
Man, I was in there with you. Could have just finished.
I mean, I want to do it, but I don't want to. I want to respect everybody else's times too.
I hear you. Listen, we are here for the parts. This is just building the suspense, man. I'm here for that. Thank you for telling us a story on this good Thursday afternoon. I was all in it. I was like, oh, you guys, please unmute yourselves and give Tessa some.
Yeah, be careful telling somebody that you'll buy them all the tacos they want.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that.
Who doesn't like tacos? Who doesn't like Mr.
Doesn't
Ted's
like
poetry?
tacos, man.
Right?
I hope
Come
you're gonna
on.
do an audible book too.
Come on.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We need that.
In
You
both
heard
languages, Mr. Tez. Both
Ooh.
languages, sir.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
definitely.
Oh, let me go ahead and mute them so they don't put too much pressure on you. Every second that they're unmuted, it's like do 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 do. But that's okay, right? Iron sharpens iron, right? We're here to push each other. Cause why? Cause why not? Ain't no reason why you can't. Look around. Whatever it is that you think you can't do, somebody in this room has done. So just keep your eyes open and your ears open and your heart open to what's possible for you. And whatever you think that is, shred that, because it's not true. You're possible to do more and more and more than you can ever conceive. All you got to do is make a decision, though, right? And if you need love to surround you so that you can make those decisions, then you found yourself in the right place, because that's exactly why we're here. Right? And speaking of love, we're going to move on to the next person giving us their love in their words. And usually in the style of Ephraxis, right? I'm excited. Yeah, see, I got that smile. I know you're here to bring us all kinds of art. Xanadu, please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Today will be kind of experimental performance. Featuring post-minimalism, American post-minimalism, John Coltrane, and a forthcoming poetry collection, concept art book, Rainbows and Waterfalls, featuring fragrance. So this is part of the fragrance. I could even share screen now. Okay, goes like this. My poem, Sonetto Ensemble. I have been carrying on a dialogue between the landscape and the body based on my own silhouette. I'm overwhelmed by the feeling of having been cast from the womb, nature. I become one with the earth. My poem, my poem, my poem. 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 My poem, 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 my poem. So it's Xanadu of Duchamp fame for Rainbows and Waterfalls, April 2023. So realism equals post-minimalism equals ecofeminism, featuring Donde Esta Ana Mendieta. And now the next poem, there's nothing wrong with the connection, I'm sorry. Also, the next poem will be nothing wrong with the connection, called Horo Vacui.
Xanadu, if you'd like to share screen, I've allowed it, so you can go ahead.
Just a moment, right. Okay, dot dot Yeah, Xanadu of Duchamp fame for Rainbows and Waterfalls, April 2023. Surrealism equals minimalism, D. And now maybe time for one more poem, if I can find it on this, just a moment. It's nearly illegible, so it's a cut-up technique of the other poems in the bundle. It's called Sinel Shlal Selbalis Shal Ablam. A Latin content you applied is your trouble, introduced by a poem André Breton from 1924 poem. Sachez que les rayons ultraviolets ont terminé leur tâche courte et bonne. Experimento anthropophago memorabilia ever, se apuro eyes, then the one revolution of the mass before legibility of vice royalty, beyond as brown as next by Big Esperanza to Mañana. This is Xanadu of Duchamp fame for Malba. It's a Latin American art museum, cut in pieces of words and phrases, reassembling Spanish to Portuguese. And then the last one, Melba, last syllables / lines, la révolution of legibility, se apuro experimento antropophago. The next is the last one than ever before by Big Brown Eyes on Esperanza to Mañana, beyond vice royalty, memorability of mess. And this is Xanadu of Duchamp fame for Malba again, April 2023. Thank you for this performance. I hope you can appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Xanadu.
Yeah, back in the time to the 60s, but I loved it very much. I hope they would do it a little bit more now.
I hear
Again.
that. Thank you. It's a pleasure to time travel with you, Xanadu, right?
Yeah.
Please unmute yourselves and give them some love.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Xanadu.
Always bring something special.
Yes. Xanadu, yeah.
We almost thought he was glitching for a second. He was like, no, it's intentional. It's intentional. Like, come on, man.
Expand our horizon.
Exactly.
Okay.
I had to remember the name of the poem for a second. I was like, he did tell us there's nothing wrong with the connection. He did say that. He did. So I was like, genius stuff, but I didn't want to see it, make sure everybody got it, right? Thank you for being here, Xanadu. And we love the way that you describe other pieces of art. So when you come back, you please be welcome to share screen so we can see the visuals as well and put your words with what you're seeing. I think that would be really beautiful. I think you've done that for us a few times, and it's always been a beautiful experience. So thank you for being here and bringing your words the way that you do. All right. Okay. Next person up. Ooh, y'all ready? We're going to get a sway in, okay? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and practice. There you go. I see you, Elemental. All right. Go ahead and put your own little stake on it. There we go. Okay, yes. Thank you, Ron, for the intentful sway. Thank you. And this sway is coming to you courtesy of none other than our brother way out in California. Yay, always bringing us something to sway to. Bill Elkins, welcome back, man. We love you. Welcome back.
Greetings from Long Beach. Anyway, I'm going to do a cover. One of my favorite folk singers, Bob Dylan. It's a song he wrote. It's entitled My Back Pages. And it's really a really cool poem set to music, like most of his songs are. Hope you like it. Crimson plains tied through my ears, rolling high and mighty traps. Pounced with fire on flaming roads, using ideas as my map. We'll meet on edges soon, said I, proudly pleaded bow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
Bill, we can't hear the guitar sound.
You can't?
Yeah, we can hear you singing, but the guitar is not coming through too good.
Okay.
Do you have your original sound on?
Oh, no, I don't.
Here we go.
Thank you for.
Of course, we can't
Can you hear me
miss.
now?
Yeah, there it is. There it
All
is.
right.
Go
Okay,
for
here we
it.
go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crimson plains tied through my ears, rolling high and mighty traps. Pounced with fire on flaming roads, using ideas as my map. We'll meet on edges soon, said I, proudly heated brow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Half-wrecked prejudice leaped forth, ripped down all hate I screamed. Lies that life is black and white spoke from my skull I dreamed. Romantic facts of musketeers, foundation deep somehow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Girls' faces form the forward path from phony jealousy to memorizing politics of ancient history. Flung down by corpse evangelists, unthought of those somehow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Self-ordained professor's tongue, too serious to fool, sprouted out that liberty is just equality in school. Equality, I spoke the word as if a wedding vow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. In a soldier's stance, I aim my hand at the mongrel dogs who teach, fearing not that I'd become my enemy in the instant that I preach. My existence led by confusion boats, mutiny from stern to bow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Yes, my guards soared hard with abstract threats, too noble to neglect. Deceived me into thinking I had something to protect. Good or bad, I define these terms, quite clear, no doubt somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Thank you.
Yes, Bill, we beat the zoo monsters. We beat them and we got our sway out of it. Thank you for singing to us, Bill. Please
Okay,
unmute
so this-
yourselves and holler for Bill.
Oh, that was wonderful, Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
Great.
Bill coming
I was
through,
so much
original
older than
sound. Here we
under
go.
that
Let's go, Bill.
I was much
I'm
older when
older
I heard
too.
that the first time.
Oh, but we
But Long
all
Beach
feel
too,
younger
Bill.
now thanks to your singing. Thank you.
That's right.
That's what
Listen.
Bobby does to you.
Yeah. We're aging backwards in the space, as always, right? Look, there ain't nothing after 18 anyway. At least that's what my mama said. Look, what? What is 19 years? I don't know. I don't know that person. Sorry to that age. I don't know them. Okay. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for singing to us, for giving us a reason to move ourselves within, a melody. We appreciate you for being here. And we got Mr. Speaker on deck, and he is coming up. But before we have Mr. Speaker, subject matter put a request out there, and he said that he would just be so happy if I could just sing anything. So I'm going to sing a little something, okay? This song came up on the playlist. You be putting it on the little mix to shuffle. And sometimes you just be like, oh, how you know I needed to hear that? You don't know. And Thursdays is about love. So I'm going to sing y'all something about love, okay? And y'all bear with me now, okay? I done used this voice all week. It might be a little rusty, okay? All right. I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. All right, that's all we got. Mr. Speaker, go on and do your thing. Welcome back.
You want me to follow that? What you setting me up for? How you gonna play with my emotions? But you obviously looking at my spoken word, because we're in the same area. Poetry and love. Ray J, just roll with this one. See, Smokey Robinson saying music was made for love. While Mr. Speaker says poetry displays that love. Feel the vibe when we come together. See, poetry was made for love. Reciting conveys that love. I love it when we're vibing together. Poetry's my ride or die. Without it, I can't survive. I thrive through writing poetry, baby. Writing takes me from here, puts me in the atmosphere. I love writing verses for my lady. Poetry was made for love. Reciting displays that love. I love it when we're vibing together. Poetry was made for love. Reciting conveys that love. I love it when we're vibing together. Don't leave the room, my dear. Those verses you need to hear. I come alive when we're spitting poetry, baby. Let poetry help you unwind. Give in and you will find there's nothing like poetry, baby. You've got things to say, so glad we have poetry. Come release those verses, lady. Poetry was made for love. Reciting conveys that love. I love it when we're vibing together, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, come on. That was meant to be, Mr. Speaker. You took that love, man, and it was just off to the races with it. We appreciate you for being here. That vibe was everything that we needed. Please unmute yourselves. Give Mr. Speaker some love back for that.
Oh, yeah.
That dude put it down. Woo, reciting conveys that love. Tell him. Tell him.
Vibing together. Come on.
Vibing together.
Yes. Samuel Rain says you showing off. We know. He's
I
in
mean,
the
just
right
for
place to
20, he
show
just
off.
being smoky. You know what I mean? He just being smoky. That's all.
Listen here, you gray beards, okay? We know how y'all get down, right? Y'all come to smash it to at least heat it up. Just at least, okay? Come on, he had that smoky on deck, all right? I know that's right. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you about to find out. Keep your mind and your ears open, all right? Thank you for being here. Next person up to bring us that beautiful voice and only the way that he can, all the way from across the seas. Our brother is bringing that love to us. Umesh Mohikar, he's got his own open mic. I'll let him tell you all about it. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Hey, Regine. Hello, everyone. It's amazing to be here. And I've been part of this community for last 2.5 years. That's amazing. Thanks for your support, motivation, and inspiration. You have really made a difference in my life. Thank you, Nurican Cafe. This weekend I went to a place called Velas in Maharashtra, where they are conserving the sea turtles. So sea turtles from a very important part of ocean ecosystem or seas ecosystem, and they conserve or they help to protect the babies of the turtle. So I wrote this poem about it. Here we go. So what they do is they free the turtle so that the turtle can walk back to the sea. And out of 1,000, I think out of 100 turtle babies set free, only one survives in the sea. So here we go. Baby turtle cry. Sea throws him back to the shore. He keeps on fighting. Baby turtle cry. Sea throws him back to the shore. He keeps on fighting. Volunteers don't help. Help is sometimes unhelpful. Lonely fight begins. Volunteers don't help. Help is sometimes unhelpful. Lonely fight begins. The weak never peaks. Ousted before the gate opens. Closed doors look so strong. Baby try to swim. Waves carrying him easy. Shore waits for his return. They will come back here. After years to nest, lay eggs. GPS map fixed in small brain. They will come back here. After years to nest, lay eggs. GPS map fixed in small brain. I stand on the shore. A big turtle touch my feet. The babies are back. I stand on the shore. A big turtle touch my feet. The babies are back. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Unmesh. You just out here saving the world. You saving the turtles. You saving the poets. I mean, come on. Make sure you follow this man. He is doing it all, and it is a blessing and an honor to know you, even if it's just virtually, man, because I've been blessed by your vulnerability and your invitation into your heart and your mind. And your words are always washing over me, right? Thank you, Unmesh, for being yourself. Please unmute yourselves and give him some love, man.
That's right. Unmesh always bring the love.
That's Unmesh life.
That's
Love the
right.
repetition.
Yeah.
Listen,
Unmesh is a
bravo,
great
bravo.
gift to this
Can't
community.
nobody tell me shit. Poets save the world, man. Listen, this dude is saving the world one turtle at a time, one poem at a time, man. For real. For real. Who messes the business, man?
Come on, the pens must come with capes. That must be how it goes, right? Must be how it goes. Y'all are so inspiring, man. Listen, the earth needs us. So thank you for that reminder as well. There is something that you can do. Find it, right? In the meantime, we're going to jump over to our brother Nemo soon. I know he's got at least a few fantastic words for us. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here tonight. Thank you everyone for your amazing poetry and warmth. I have a micro triptych, 3 thematically connected micro poems. Anxiety slips behind things where I can't see him and calls out an alarm so that when I come running, can launch objects, shake worries at my head. He howls and cackles with laughter until the shame drips down my leg. It's an assault on my ears, but it's one I asked for. Perfectly positioned screeches scrape the inside of my skull, and all the dead and dying thoughts pushed into piles, waiting for the thaw. Thump, thump, thump. All the grass was dead and brown, and the air was only slightly cold under a silent gray sky. I walked and I smoked. The heart in my chest was freshly broken, still all jagged edges, and I wanted to rip it out to stop it from hurting. As the sky darkened, twinkle lights fought back with their little pools of defiant color. Thank you.
Man, I was caught up right in the line out. Let me finish. Hold on. Little pools of defiant color. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the chat. And then, okay, yes, wonderful Nemo soon. So many lines. That was just one of many. Please unmute yourselves and give them some.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, Nemo, that was great.
Thank you, man. Just great.
Great job, Nemo. Gorilla
Boy,
poet.
safe micro triptych and back. Telling you, that dude's amazing with it, man.
Yeah, we love that form.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for bringing us form, right? You know, a lot of times we are encouraging you to write your words however they land on the page, but also encouraging you to take up challenges, right? And this poetry thing, as we call ourselves artists, as we call ourselves writers, we should also be very intent on remaining learners, right? So what can your poetry be? I want you to ask yourself that and see and ask yourself, hey, when's the last time I tried something different, right? And that doesn't mean squeeze yourself into something that doesn't fit you. That means try something else on and see if it fits, right? So thank you for being here and giving us something else to try on for a little while, right? Because it definitely fits. And we want it more and more, you know, keep on coming back, okay? Thank you, Nemo. Please put your information in the chat if you haven't already done so. And if you aren't already following him, get your life, okay? Get it together. The next person that's about to come in here and snatch us up and get us together with that sultry voice. I don't know if she's about to share screen. I don't really care. Again, I don't care. However she come and whatever she bring, gonna be good enough for me. Please unmute yourself, voice volumes. We are so glad to have you back, as always.
Thank you for having me. Actually made it onto the main stage. And whoop, whoop. I'm gonna quickly share 2 pieces. The first piece is called Edges. I edged up, traipsed the rim, but as you know, the edge goes both ways, slippery slopes. Either you're in or you're out, and I chose in. Although at first I latched onto familiar and played the outside. Water beads on the glass, all racing to the bottom like it's the prize. Pooling, stagnant. Gravity doing its deed, but the inside is where you were. I wasn't quite sure how to get there. Clung by instinct, you a tall drink of water. Love, my thirst. I knew I should drink of you. Emotionally parched, though I still moved in hesitancy because the bitters I once freely drank didn't taste so bad after a while. And although I hear of the waters replenishing, reviving waters, they still somehow were scary. What if I drown? What if I want to stay and you don't? What if I can't learn to float? So I evaded the edge, ran around that rim like a salted margarita glass, but eventually I tired of the salt that can melt ice, the salt that fell apart, unraveled, and loosened like gravel. And the more I clung, the more things crumbled around me, and I lost my footing. And before I knew it, I slipped in. At first, still trying to reach up and hold on to familiar, but eventually my feet got wet, and before I knew it, I was submerged and I could breathe. And these waters tasted like pure life. They were sweet and I couldn't get enough. And in fact, it inflamed my thirst for you. And I lay face up drifting, you right beside me. You served as life raft and we meandered the waters together, held, cleaved to one another, because so long as we had breath, we stay afloat, even despite the icebergs and the wind, the undercurrents, and the occasional beast. We became preservers, one for the other, repairing the holes so we could go another day and see another sun, another moon, feel another kiss, another touch as we abandon the edges. This next piece is an ode to the cellulite on my thighs, called Clouds on My Thighs. There's clouds on my thighs. A storm is brewing. Into the center of the eye, the calmest part, formed by the perfect mix of cold, hot, and wet. Thunder on my lips, it claps and smacks, rubs. Lightning touches down electric waterfalls. Getting closer, they say the number of seconds that pass between the flash of lightning and the crack of thunder tells us how many miles away you are from lightning that just struck. Getting closer. Count the breaths, the space, determine who's near. Nature's rise, erection of nipple, fleshy missiles and desire. Kinetic energy transcends. There's an opening, and I've made space for you. Entree, where the rains are pure, invigorating, giving of life. Let me wash over you, monumental falling, where we create underwater phenomenon, tsunamis of ecstasy and submerged volcanoes. Even the wetness can't dampen the flames, but instead it feeds it. Drops collected in basins, entree. Waves rush in and recoil, fill me. The undercurrent washes over us, dulls us, yet draws us out. Depart from your body. Let it rest here to be revived again. Our mouths supply the air while we refuel for the next storm. Clouds on my thighs.
Now, how you gonna come in here and start all this trouble? You see what's going on in this chat? I'm really gonna have to keep these, listen, these poets they are hot now. Look what you did.
Yes,
Yes, right? Please unmute yourselves and give Voice Volume some
All
love.
right.
Yeah, voice volume.
Beautiful story.
This is how the weather just ruins the news. This is how the weather just ruins the damn news because now all you're thinking about is where the weather's coming from. God, that was dope.
You know where the weather's coming from, Ellen Bethel. Stop.
That was hot.
Okay. Just said it to you in English and in French. Now stop.
Yes, entree.
Indeed.
Entree.
Très bien.
Can't get clearer than that, correct? Okay, listen, we are doing it in all the languages here, folks. Somebody is going to get up under your skin one way or one tongue or the other. You know what I mean? Voice Volumes in the spot with that beautiful reading voice and the words to go with it. Please put your information in the chat. I guarantee you you've got some more fans, okay? And for the folks who are joining us out in YouTube and Twitter land, hanging out with us, and those folks in the actual Zoom room with us, just taking a second to shout y'all out. We are rounding out our list. We got 2 more people coming up. But in the meantime, in between time, shout out to Samuel Rain for donating your good energy to the space, right? Joshua Love, we seen you on the move. Brother, it's been a while, but you know you're always welcome here. This is your home, okay? And for those of you who we can't see with our eyes, but we can certainly feel with our hearts, thank you for being here with us. Like we said, you could be anywhere. Outside is open. It's getting warm outside. You ain't got to be here with us. So if you make that choice, we appreciate you. All right. Next person up is the last person on our guaranteed list, and that is Daniel Fernandez, last but hardly ever and never least. Okay. And also check out that book that he got behind him, because it's a real book and you can buy it. It could be yours. Okay. For the low price of take it away, Daniel.
Hello. I put everything in the chat. For today, I'll make it quick so I can have everyone perform. I have a 3-minute poem. It's a new one that I made about 2 weeks ago, and I actually sing in this one, which will be the first time I'll do it in New Year. So this one is called Lift Your Head Up. Keep your head up. Lift your head, no need to look down, ignore the stress that money allows. Relax as if you're at a lounge, take a pull and touch the clouds. Payments late and your car is impound, you make choices based off your bank account. Go into town and neglect the amount, don't spend, just breathe because that's what counts. We all have good intentions, it's just hard to prove it. Our actions show more than what we'd like to admit. We work long shifts just to exist. Take it easy on life and stop being strict. Reform the clouds of guilt and ask a friend to assist. Make a gift and let love transmit. Print a message and don't resist. Get high on life like what Justin did. Pick a task to distract the mind. Play games or dance, whatever you can find. Align the stars and ignore the high tide. Expose your pride and let your affinity shine. Invest in yourself as if you're gathering supplies. Steer clear of debt because your virtuous will in size. It'll torment you from all sides. Fuck you up until you can't decide. So here is what I would advise. Relish existence before desolation deprives. So lift your head, no need to look down. Ignore the stress that money allows. Relax as if you're at a lounge. Take a pull and touch the clouds. Payments late and your car is impound. You make choices based off your bank account. Go into town and neglect the amount. Don't spend, just breathe because that's what counts. Suicide doesn't heal the pain. It passes it on to someone else. So when agony breaks your boundaries, just ask for help before it starts twisting your health for being in a cell, held down by fear as if it's the cartels, throwing your innocence down a well, dissolving wealth because of the damage silence dealt. So optimize yourself and break free of that spell and paint a marvelous portrait with that emotional pastel. Winston once said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." The truth in such words I wish I've written. Listen to your heart, it does more than just premonition. Make yourself useful like a chef in the kitchen. Pull the strings of affection like a litter of kittens. Before you relate to creed and create your own prison. Go outside, smile, and make that your daily mission. You make fun of politicians, but lie just like them. Get out of your shell so you're no longer hidden. You don't need a ribbon to excite your ambition. Like a musician, strive for a better position and pray so that the sins are forgiven. Lift your head, no need to look down. Ignore the stress that money allows. Relax as if you're at a lounge. Take a pull and touch the clouds. Payments late and your car is impound. You make choices based off your bank account and go into town and neglect the amount. Don't spend, just breathe because that's what counts. Thank you.
So you're just gonna have us vibing at the end of the night? I'm here for it. Here for it. Vibes and the truth. That's the favorite combination. Thank you for being here, Daniel. Please unmute yourself.
That was fun.
Yeah, Daniel.
That was a blast.
That's like the first
amazing.
adult nursery
Keep-
rhyme. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Good, man. You got a thriller down.
Man, that was hot, Daniel. For real.
On.
Yeah.
taking us where we need to go. We didn't even know we need to go there. That's the best kind of trip. Thank you, Daniel. We appreciate you. And you have brought us to the end of our evening. We got one person on the good luck round, and he stuck it out with us. And I promise you, it is well worth the wait. Ike Waltz, please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Good evening. And I got a little bit inspired by Xanadu. So I will start with Xanadu. My poem, 1916. There comes a sound. It is a word marching on its face. And just in case it said what it meant to say. Understanding only nothing. What was just too late for me. There is that smelly sound lingering in my head, that last word scrambled like a rotten egg, so greasy, ever so bad. Moments before I rolled over, 1939, dead. There was a sound I spoke, I thought, like a word, yet nothing I ever heard. So tell me, what shall I do with the past? So that I can answer you. 1963. There was a song that sounded like today. At a close distance, choked with dirty ground, no notes, were alone, nothing that I can do, but any sound of anything may ask, what have I got to do with that? How much have I done with me? Yes, I am pleasing you. Yes, I appear on Zoom in a tiny box reserved for me, in front of you, meeting the many lives of mine, reading my obscure lines by line. I know, you were not waiting for me, but I always want to flow wild and free. I am the dead end, you see. No further ado. That's all what I meant. My poem, 2023. And the second piece is about a poet called Bert Klick. He was a playwright, or is a playwright, an actor, author of Cookie Aura, and I Used to Be Me. Has been featured in many venues across California and also at the Green Mill in Chicago. Poem by Bert Klick. I hate flowers, such aimless show-offs in their infinite variety. Look at me, aren't I pretty? Give me a break already. And how they wrap their egos in my nose, assaulting my olfactory. Heaven knows, the sweet fragrances distracting me so. Just to look at their fantasia of colors, blending, suffusing, just opposing, makes me sick. The erotic, come hither, this place, attracting insects, disgusting. Not to mention the nerve-wracking silences. Is that all you can say? Nothing? They impact my psyche, humiliating me with their primal beauty. Well, Shakespeare said, he said it. A rose by any other name is my ass. Yes, Shakespeare, that's it. Thank you.
Woo! Like I said, last but surely not least, thank you, Ike, for bringing us your words, both beautiful pieces. Please unmute yourselves.
Couldn't do without
Wonderful.
Ike in there. That
Oh
was
my
awesome.
goodness. It was
Always
the
bravo,
late feature
bravo.
rose by any other day. It's Ike Waltz. That dude's bad to the bone, yo. For real.
Absolutely. It's a blast. It's been a blast this evening. Thank you all for being here. We have made it to the end of our show. This is the Thursday night online open mic. We are here every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, sharing the depths of our hearts and our souls with you. The truth, laughing, dancing, swaying, right? We get a little nasty sometimes. We get a little nasty sometimes, but we always got a little nasty sometimes, okay? Because that's just what we do up in here, and we are always encouraging your growth. We are sharing you everywhere. We want you in all the spaces. So shout out to all the other safe places that have been highlighted this evening. We want you to go and find Vale's, her show, right? Or their show rather. Make sure that you get involved, that you support one another, right? Because if we don't support each other, then how can we ask other people outside of this community to support us with the expectation that it's going to come to fruition, right? Support one another. Sometimes we're all we have. And I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel like this community is all I got. And I'm so grateful when I'm down to the end of my wire to have you guys to share space with, and words and sentiments, even if it's just to be here amongst you. What a blessing and an honor, right? And you know how we do it up in here, okay? We call it Therapy Thursdays, call it Loving Thursdays, Thunderlung Thursdays, all those Thursdays, right? All right, but this is not the only online open mic. On Mondays, our Monday night online open mic is hosted by Elemental, who is here in the space with us, giving us energy and encouraging our behavior, as Propaganda Poet would say, right? You all got some great lines. It just makes sense to reuse them. You know what I'm saying? It just makes sense. You put it out there, I'm gonna use it. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to Ryan Mark Thompson, who's been holding us down in the background, being all kinds of wonderful, and a boot when necessary. Some folk came up in here with some foolishness, and we thank you to those of you who reached out to us individually to let us know that the space had become unsafe, right? So we could do what we got to do, right, and keep it moving. So there is no sunlight moved away from you while you're sharing your words, right? Because you don't have to share your space when it's your time to shine. That's why we're here, okay? So same way we get up in here is the same way that we get up out of here. And that is with us unmuting ourselves and me inviting you to shout your love and encouragement into the atmosphere. So if you don't have anything to say to yourself, say something warm and encouraging to get your brother, your sister, however they identify themselves through the rest of this week until we see each other again next Thursday. And Bill, I didn't forget you, right? I don't know the entirety of that song, but I just listened to it, and I am going to sing at least the For Who Knows Where the Time Goes part as we kind of get on out of here, all right? And maybe next Thursday, I'll learn a stanza or two, okay? You know, I'm gonna give you what I got this time, okay? All right. In the meantime, y'all, please unmute yourselves and please yell something kind to somebody else.
Yes, it's been great.
Peace and love, everyone.
Tickets for Vale's
Thank you for
play.
sharing.
Yeah.
Vale's
I
play.
don't know what this is, man. This is Thursday. This is Thunderlung Thursday, aka Guitar Thursday, aka listen. The dopest night this side of Monday night is what we are just experiencing right now. And then the host has the nerve to sing to us. Are you kidding?
Who knows where the time goes?
Shout out the dopest hostess in the Zoomverse. Make sure you are plugging in with Ray Jane. Shout out the dopest tech in the Zoomverse. Make sure you're plugging in with RMT. Make sure you come through Monday night. Plug in with all the things that New York got going on. I love all of y'all. Y'all are all so amazing. Y'all make this thing work every single night of the week. We love y'all.
Absolutely. We love you. RMT, take us out of here.
Love
Peace,
y'all.
y'all. Be good to yourselves.